Good morning, guys. Ah. Good morning, guys. I am headed to the farm this morning. I'm getting a delivery of soil finally so I can plant. I'm being a little ambitious because I still don't have water, but the seedlings need to go out. I'm ready to get them away from my house. So I'm just gathering everything right now. I'm gonna load up the seedlings and then my gorilla cart, and we're gonna head over. Actually, I probably should eat something first, so I'm gonna do that and then I'll see you guys at the farm. I have made it to the farm and I'm about to get started. I'm still waiting for the delivery, but I figure like in the meantime I'll just get the rows set up or get some kind of organization going, because my plumber and I were out here working last weekend and we kind of we tore things up, as one does when they're trying to lay pipe and stuff. So we're working on the water situation, but it's still tenuous right now. I'm just gonna get the gates open and ready for the delivery and work on the other stuff. So this is what the farm is looking like now. Definitely some changes since you guys last saw it. So my plumber came through with the excavator and we had to dig all this out to lay the pipe, because we wanted to put the hose bib in the back, like well in the middle, so that I wouldn't have to get like 100-foot hose and like bring it from the back to the front. And so now I think I'm just gonna go ahead and map out the rows. So I'm gonna start with taking these roses up. I don't have a weed eater right now on me to remove this dollar weed, so it's gonna be a fun adventure working around that or trying to like pull it up. So I should be getting the delivery in like an hour or 30 minutes or something. So I'm just gonna work until then. Okay, so I thought about it and I'm pretty sure that I wanna do 30-inch rows with like 12-inch. Well, actually I need to measure the gorilla cart and see how wide it is, but I'm about to mark out the rows. I got these stakes and my string, and then my measuring tape, and I have some string, and I'm just gonna, I don't think I brought scissors. Anyway, we'll figure it out. But I'm just gonna mark out the rows next. All right, let's get this road on the show. So I think I'm just gonna grab these. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start like right here. So like, just, yeah, I think this will be like a clear path. So we'll start like right here. Let's do this. I can probably just, okay. Then we'll do 30 inches from there. And we'll do this. And then I don't know how long I want to make it. That seems really small though. 30-inch bed. All right. So if we do a 12-inch pathway, let's see what that looks like. 12 inches is very small. I need to grab some string. Just gonna do this. They're gonna be crooked anyway. This is my first time doing this, so it's not gonna be perfect, I'm going to do my best and hope that is good enough. Because that's all we can do at the end of the day is try to do our best, even when things aren't perfect, and especially when it's our first time doing something. So, you guys are seeing the good, the bad, and the ugly in this process. And I'm okay with that. Because we could all stand to be a little more vulnerable with each other and not just show each other the perfect things, but also the imperfect things. Because life is not perfect and we are not perfect. But the oh god, yeah, mealed in bugs. Okay, but the point is that you try, even when you're scared. Okay, we have a bed. Look at that. How exciting is that? And it looks relatively straight, I think. That is so cool. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna do maybe like 2 more over here. So I want the beds to stop at this stump. So that'll be like a walkway, and then there'll be beds on the other side or something on the other side. As you can see, it's very shaded right now, but once the sun comes around, it's not. So let's do these other 2 beds, and then we will keep it going. Okay guys, we have our soil, and this is 6 yards. So I'm gonna work on at least moving the part in blocking the gates. But you know, and I didn't think about that when I was making this gate, that I should have it open to outside. Slow and steady wins the race, so. Okay, so I know we're not supposed to transplant in the middle of the day, but I need these pots so that I can move the roses. And thus, these must go out because I didn't bring any. So I'm just gonna plant these like so. I bet they're happy to get in the ground. I think one thing I learned this year is to not start seeds until you have the place you're gonna plant them, because it's been really hard keeping all these alive. Not keeping them alive, but just like, you know, when you start tomatoes and then weather isn't ready for them to plant yet, and so you just got these tall gangly tomatoes around and you're like wanting to plant them but you can't. That's kind of how it was. But I think we do what we can. Sometimes it's just a little overzealous, and that's okay. It's okay. So I'm just gonna plant these. I kind of want to, like I said, with the wood chips being down here, just like put a little bit more soil down here, just so they're not, I mean, we'll see how they grow, but it is what it is at this point. the good part about this is that these are soaking wet, so I don't anticipate there being like a huge problem with them like dying because it's so hot outside, because they are just really moist. And I'm really excited to see what kind of zinnias these are because they got all mixed up. Oh, we have a spoon. So I'm kind of building them up just so that they're not like hitting the wood chips. But I'm gonna bring some soil and like put it around them. Hello. So I'm back at the farm. It's a new day. Yesterday got kind of derailed because my phone ran out of storage and my battery died. But I was able to get a few things done. Well, a lot of things done yesterday that I'll show you in a little bit. But even though I wasn't able to film them, I decided to keep working. I did bring 2 backup chargers just in case. And I cleared the storage off my phone. So we should be good to go today. Let me turn you around and show you what I did. So coming into the gate, you'll see that I started filling this in, and I created a new bed shape. So if you remember the video before, the beds were going horizontally, but now I'm feeling like doing something different, especially because we don't have the water fully hooked up. So if for any reason we have to come through and dig this up again, I don't want to have to like redo the beds again. So I'm gonna do something a little different here. I'm just kind of playing around and seeing how it takes shape, but so far I'm really happy about this. I planted a borage, some cosmos, and a daisy over there. I think this bed is going to be really great. I don't know what else I'm going to put in here. I'm trying to think of what I have at home. Maybe some sunflowers would be nice in here. So maybe I'm going to start some sunflowers at home, and I'll bring those over and put those in. I'm going to cover this with mulch, but that's going to be a whole thing. So we made it a little bit through the mulch. I was able to clear enough to close the gate yesterday, but my shoulder started hurting. I have a existing shoulder injury, so that started hurting, so I gave up a little early yesterday. I think I was able to record me sowing the zinnias, and then we have another cosmos right there. I was just trying to put all those plants in the ground yesterday because I was like, I'm not bringing them back to my house. I'm so tired of looking at them. Not looking at them, just, you know, when you're ready for things to be done, you want them to be done. So over here I planted like 90% of the tomato plants. I still have a few left that I need to plant, but for now, tomatoes, they're kind of mixed in, so I only know what a few of them are, but we'll see once they start producing fruit. Over here we have some peppers. These are Babir peppers from the Ethiopian spice mix. And then we have a few Aleppo peppers, and then all down here are cayenne peppers. And I'm still thinking about how I'm going to trellis these, but I think what I'm going to do is just put some not stakes, what are they called? The fence posts, the CNA fence post. And I have some, kind of like how I did at my old house. I have some fencing left over from the fence project up there that I'll just put them across and like clip them to. Back here, I think I'm gonna plant basil just along there, so it'll kind of be shaded from like the hot sun, but it'll get enough sun through the tomatoes to be great. I didn't get around to filling up this bed because, like I said, I got really tired and my shoulder was hurting. I planted 2 tomatillos at the end of this bed. I don't know what else is gonna go in here, but we'll just keep it going. This, and by keep it going, I mean just continue to fill it up. And then over here I replanted the roses, so I'm just gonna probably make this into a whole bed and then see how, I don't know, I'm gonna wait until the end. It's supposed to storm on Saturday, so, well, I think Friday and Saturday maybe. So I'm wondering, I need to get everything mulched before then because I don't want the soil to, because you can see that these are raised beds, so I don't want them to start, you know, the soil to start coming down. So I need to mulch them. So it's a lot to do. Today is, what is it, Wednesday? So that's a lot to do before Wednesday, moving that entire pile of of soil, and then mulching everything. And I only took yesterday and today off of work, so we'll have to see. I'm looking around for my mic because I cannot find it. I'm like, did I put it down somewhere? It's not in any of my bags. It came with 2 of them, but I'm just like, how did I lose the mic? It was my first day using it. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna look for my mic. I'm not gonna record that. I'm gonna get the 2 empty beds filled in, and then I'm going to make a new bed here, and then probably make some new beds over here, just parallel to these. So hopefully it'll be pretty easy. I'm just planning on like moving the stakes over, but we'll see. I have to I have to weed that. So yeah, I'm not gonna record all of it because I really just want to get it done, but I'll record as much as possible for you guys. All right, so first things first, we're gonna do the next bed. We're gonna do the next bed over here, and I think we're gonna do a 15 inch pathway over here, because 12 inches is just way too small. I mean, honestly, 18 inches would be great, but I'm gonna do 15. Let's do 15. That's nice. So I'm gonna do that, and I want to do something which may seem a little crazy, but I think it's gonna work. Hear me out. I'm just gonna grab this, and then I hope this works. I'm gonna grab these and just bring it over here, without hurting any tomatoes, hopefully. They're already struggling, so like, let's do this. Okay, so I'm gonna do it backwards and try not to get myself into a mess. Okay, so sorry my back is turned to you, but I'm trying really hard here to not fuck this up. Okay, I think it's gonna be fine once I entangle myself. This is, if you can't tell, this is my first time like trying to create farm rows. And I did watch a lot of YouTube videos on this. Not a lot, maybe like 2. But I think we're off to a good start, you know? Okay. I think for the most part we got it. Look at that. Voila. It may be crooked, but that's okay. We're here for progress, not perfection. We talked about this, guys. That is a lot more than 15 inches. That's 20 inches. But, I mean, whatever, who cares? I'm not a real farmer. Somehow we ended up 20 inches away. So we're just gonna go with that. That's fine, whatever. Who cares? And since the other things aren't done, I'm gonna fill those up. I'm really dreading this task, y'all. I hate moving mulch. And honestly, that's such a good thing. Look, my feet can fit here at once. And the other side, I'm just like, kind of like this, which is, I guess, what you want for maximum efficiency. But So I forgot I had these brown paper bags. So I'm gonna put these down as a weed barrier so I can barrier the weeds. And we need to use them up. So I'm just gonna put them down. Love these little stumps. I'm not even gonna lie. I want to get this one to where it's like sitting up so I can put stuff on it, but that's neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and start filling this bed up. And I'm probably just gonna show like this one, not all of these, because one, I need to get this done, and two, I'm sure y'all don't want to just see me filling beds all day in the most inefficient ways possible. Okay, I'm gonna get the rest of these beds done, and then I'll see y'all in a little bit. So I filmed an entire like outro to this video already, but I didn't realize that my mic transmitter was still in my phone, so it has no audio. So here I am again. We ended up with 7 beds. I'm gonna go inside somewhere because it's so hot right now. I'm glad I was able to knock that out. Now I just have to come back and mulch it over the next couple of days and find time to do that. Well, I guess I can do it after work. I should have taken the whole week off. Anyway, such is life. Bills have to be paid. Work has to be done. Anyway, I will see y'all next time. Bye.